1, 2, 3, 4.
There are times I wonder if I'm really alone. There are times I wonder if I'm true. There are times when I feel alone and I'm full roam. There are times I feel alone with you. You are enough of you. And there's always a love for you.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm real or if I'm seen.
I see everything, you are enough for me.
You are enough for you.
A lot of my trans friends and I and non-binary friends, we have very different understandings of it. There's similar themes, but like different definitions. I don't know that I've ever heard a definition that sounds like, yeah, that's it. Like, I can't even form like the definition for it, but like, recently I've been thinking a lot about how much dysphoria is like, I don't know, I try to imagine a situation in which like society was completely okay with like, and supportive, and like in that sense I still think that there would be some kind of aspect of dysphoria before like really transitioning or doing whatever you wanted to do to like get to that place of like peace, but like I think that a lot of it is just like battling these expectations that society is like putting on so many different aspects of like what it means to be trans or non-binary.
I experience a little dysphoria as a fat person. There are definitely times when I look in the mirror and the body that I have is not necessarily the body that I want. It can seem trivial to me sometimes, but the biggest dysphoria I have is not having a beard. I have major beard envy because there's a lot of things that I like about being having a more feminine shape. I like some of the clothes that I wear and I like the makeup, but there's nothing I feel that really like says, hi, I'm trans, and I'm not the gender that you are assuming right now. And so one of those things that I want is I want a beard, and I want that like 5 o'clock stubble and that like sexy Zac Efron look. Love that. Don't have it. That's actually one of the only reasons, or one of the few reasons that I thought about HRT is wondering if some testosterone would help me grow facial hair. So that's definitely an area of dysphoria that I experience. Again, it's a beard. I can use makeup sometimes, or if I wanted to, there's probably a shop where I could find, costume beards or something like that. So yeah, I'm really fortunate in that sense that my dysphoria has not caused huge discomfort in my life.
Social dysphoria comes from like people commenting on like, oh, you've changed your style. Oh, you've like changed your hair. You've changed like how you talk about these topics or how you interact with these people. And I think for me it's like, fuck off, number one. And number two, it's like, oh, I'm glad you've noticed, but like you should maybe think about like why that's happening and ask me like more pertinent questions if you want to know more. Instead of just commenting on like what you've noticed. I think it comes from like maybe a good place, like these are good friends also, and sometimes it's not. But it's a lot of anxiety to notice that people are noticing you like shifting.
As a kid, like being called girly, even though I didn't care because I didn't think it was derogatory, it led me on this like train of thought of like, oh, what if I was more buff? What if I proved to be more manly? And I think that has affected my mental state in a way where I can't look manly enough to myself. And I mean, I am, like here I am, I am what I am. So it's really interesting for me to like look in the mirror and be like, do I like what I see? And then I have to convince myself, yes, I do like it. Am I actually seeing what is there? And I never know. Like, I never know. do I actually see myself for who I physically am, because I'm not treated that way, even if I do choose to see what I want to see. So it's kind of hard to change that mental image without help from your community. It's yeah, I think everybody who has that like limiter could ask for help, and that is something that I want to like give to my fellow queer family. You know, like always support everything that you want to be.
My experience with dysphoria prior to HRT and prior to my surgery, when I started HRT, I had a triple D chest. I was a bigger guy and I had triple D, and I haven't, again, like, as for mirrors, I firmly believe mirrors are evil and they're liars. And I didn't look in one for 15 years. I also didn't shower with the light on because I absolutely and completely hated my body. I tattooed over a lot of scars from hurting myself because I hated my body so much. I wanted to disfigure it so that everyone else could see the ugly that I saw. And so I tattooed over it to try to make it beautiful and to try to love myself. And to this day, it's still hard. Because I am so new to surgery, from having surgery, one of my partners will touch my chest and I will panic because she'll move in a certain way. And I think I'll have my eyes closed and I'll think for a moment that it's still there. And I'll panic. I'll open my eyes and I'll realize that it's not, but it's a horrifying nightmare that I still have to this day, that it's gonna come back, it's gonna be there, or that I'm gonna wake up from this dream and I'm not gonna have this chest. And I just have top dysphoria because hormones have been really nice to me, cancer, so I just have top dysphoria. I don't have any bottom, which is really, really nice, so I'm friends with that. So it was just, my top surgery was everything. It was my last step. It was something that I can finally, I'm 29 years old and I walk through my life and I try to love myself more every day because I have this beautiful creation that the surgeon made for me, and I'm more beautiful, and I can finally see that. I can see what my partners see.